Everyone, today we will understand about single electron transistor. Single electron transistor is one of the simplest device which is based on the application of Coulomb blockage. Now what Coulomb blockage is here, we have already understand it. I will just spend 2 or 3 minutes again to recap it so that you would be able to connect with the single electron transistor. In Coulomb blockade in case of a tunnel junction, what we understand, let us suppose we have two conductors and both of them are separated by a thin insulator, which is in case of classical electrodynamics it is a thin insulator, and in case of quantum mechanics it is a tunnel junction. So whenever we are applying a very small potential, why small potential? So that electron get so much sufficient energy that it can cross this barrier, it can cross this tunnel junction and tunnel to the other side. One more thing in case of this Coulomb blockade, that whenever we are observing this effect, the overall conductors must be kept at a very low temperature, so that thermal fluctuations does not play any role in case of a tunneling of an electron. Only the characteristic energy that we are applying from the outside will play its role to help an electron to tunnel from one side to the other side. So whenever we are applying small bias, electron will gain sufficient energy and thereafter crossing the barrier and tunnel through this junction and reach to the other side. So this is basically a specific case of a potential well problem where the barrier at the ends of the well is rather not infinite. And when electron will reach there, so this overall capacitance, because both of them are conductors, this capacitance will get charged up by the elementary charge which has been provided by this tunneling of electron. So what we understand, this Q is equal to CV, or we can say, which we understand here, Q is equal to CV or V is equal to Q upon C. Now this capacitance gets charged up because of that elementary charge particle, so the capacitance is very low. So when the capacitance is very low, the potential build up across this particular tunnel junction would be very high. It means because of the elementary charge of this capacitance, the potential build up is very large, and that potential build up is so large that it will not allow, or it will inhibit the tunneling of further electrons from one side to the other side, and this is Coulomb blockade. Now one of the simplest device that we can expect on the basis of Coulomb blockade is single electron transistor. But single electron transistor, it is basically a normal transistor. Only two things are different. The first thing is that channel is separated from drain and source by a Coulomb dot, or by a nano dot or quantum dot. And second thing, this dot is separated from drain and source with the help of these thin insulators. This is the only two difference. Rest everything is same. Like there we have source and drain and gate, which is used to have a control on the overall current behavior of the device. So this is like same, this only. So what is single electron transistor? To understand it and its working, first we will understand its schematic. This is source, this is drain, so both of them are identical, so it means we can do they can be interchangeable. This is gate, these are the tunnel junctions, or you can say thin barriers, and this is the quantum dot which we used to call as island. This is the gate capacitor, this is gate through which we are applying gate voltage that has a control on the overall flow of current from source to drain. So this is the overall schematic of the single electron transistors. So it consists of two electrodes, source, drain, which are connected through the tunnel junctions to one common electrode with a very low self capacitance, that is known as island. And the electric potential of this island, that can be tuned with the help of a third electrode, which is nothing but the gate, which can be capacitively tuned to the island. Capacitively tuned because of this gate capacitor, this one. So one electrode is this one, and this is this. So we can assume this how this overall electron tunnel through from source to drain. It will tunnel in two steps. Firstly, it will tunnel from source to quantum dot, then it will tunnel from quantum dot to drain. So the gate voltage is basically used to control the charge on the gate dot capacitor. So this to this. So if we can look from the other perspective, this is source, this is drain, this is our SiO2, and this is a quantum dot which we used to call island. So electron will tunnel from source to drain, so source to dot, or you can say source to island, then from island to drain. So these are the two tunnel junctions. One of the most important thing that overall this tunnel junction for this single electron transistor, it must be less than 10 nanometer, because we are observing the effect of Coulomb blockade, we are understanding the application of Coulomb blockade. So the prime condition is that overall device need to be observed, overall device need to be understood at very very low temperature, so that thermal fluctuation does not play any role in the case of turning of an electron from source to drain. So what is the only way for the electron to tunnel from one to other electrode is to tunneling through the insulator. Insulator means this one. So this is I explained what is the schematic and how it works, how it is different from a normal transistor. Because tunneling is a discrete process, because we are understanding it from the quantum perspective. So the electrical charge that flow through the tunnel junctions flows in the multiple of charge of electrons. Obviously, firstly 1 electron will go, then 2 electron will go, then 3 electron will go, and so on. So whatever the charge is there, that is in the multiples of electrons. Now how it works? As soon as we apply some positive voltage on the gate electrode, the energy level of the island are lowered. How it is? So this is source, this is drain, and this is the quantum dot in between. This is the tunnel barrier 1, this is tunnel barrier 2. These are the already occupied energy level, this is the vacant energy level available. Now as soon as the positive voltage is applied on the gate, the energy level of the island are lowered. Okay, now what will happen? The electron will get sufficient energy to cross this much particular potential barrier, so electron will tunnel through this. So electron, this is the band diagram before tunneling, this is the band diagram after tunneling. So before tunneling, these are the occupied levels, and there is nothing on the drain side, so no electron has been reached so far. There is a already electron that is ready for the tunneling in the source side. So as soon as we applied some potential with the help of gate, electron will gain sufficient energy, it will cross this barrier and reach to the point 2, where point 2 is the vacant energy level that is available in the island. So the electron can tunnel onto the island. Okay, now what will it do? It will occupy a previously vacant energy level. From there it can tunnel into the drain electrode. Further it will drain to the it will tunnel to the drain side. Now there it can tunnel where it is inelastically scatter. Now it will do scattering and then further reaches the drain electron Fermi level. Now what is Fermi level? That we will understand in band theory of solids and carrier concentration of charges. So just of now, just you think that there is some level that is known as Fermi level, and electron reaches there. So the Fermi level is basically up to which all the states are filled and thereafter all are empty. Just you have to see. So that's why electron reaches to the Fermi level. So the energy level of this island are evenly spaced with the separation of delta E, and it gives rise to a very low self-capacitance. What is the capacitance? C is equal to E square by delta E, where E is nothing but the charge on the electron. So this is overall single electron transistor. And why we understanding it? The first thing it is, you can say, one of the best application of Coulomb blockade, and the other reasons, potential reasons why we are understanding it, because of its very fast performance, because of its very high performance and faster processing, very very low power consumption, because even after a application of a small potential electron can tunnel from one electrode to the other electrode. So high performance, very less consumption, very low potential is required, fast and more information processing. What are the applications? Obviously we are dealing with the quantum mechanics, so future generation is of quantum computers. So this is it can be a you can say breakthrough in the overall coming generations. So this is quantum computer, this is a microwave detection and high sensitivity electron. These are some of the applications. Now what is the drawback? The first drawback is its fabrication is very very tough. And second drawback, as we understand in the Coulomb blockade itself, that whenever we are understanding the device behavior, whenever we are doing observation on SET or Coulomb blockade, the overall temperature has to be kept very very low. Otherwise thermal fluctuations will surmount the overall characteristic charging, which is not allowed in case of Coulomb blockade, or it is susceptible to background charge as well. Now what are the conditions for the function of SET? As I told you already, the size of the island must be very very small, approximately up to 10 nanometer. And the second one is the wavelength of the electrons must be comparable with the size of the dot, because what is quantum dot? Quantum dots are nothing but the semiconductor particles or the nanocrystals, on which we are, whenever they come into contact with the wavelength, So they will give light of different spectra. They will give light of the spectra of different wavelengths. So the wavelength of the electron is comparable with the size of the dot, which means their confinement energy makes a significant contribution to the Coulomb energy. Because why this we are understanding, hope you remember in Coulomb dots, in quantum dots, what we understand is equal to Sc upon lambda. Size of the quantum dot is very small. It is basically a semiconductor particle with 1 or 2 electrons inside it. So whenever the electrons is inside, they exhibit Coulomb repulsion. They have a characteristic energy associated with them. So this energy is inverse relation to the wavelength. So smaller the wavelength, higher the energy associated with it. Or we can say what is the overall size of that quantum dot, that represent different energy level. And because of that, whenever we throw some light on them, so we will get different spectra of wavelength. We will get light of different wavelength because of the size of these quantum dots. So this is all about your single electron transistor. Just go through it. If you have any doubt, drop me a message. Thank you.